Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nathan, and I am a 25-year-old runner currently training for the Eugene Half Marathon on April 26th, which is in less than two and a half weeks, I think. Today is April 9th, so yeah, it's 17 days away at this point. Oh man, it's getting close, which means we are in the taper phase of my half marathon training. That's basically, well, I'll talk about it later, but you reduce your mileage a little bit each week by week to make sure you're well recovered and rested for the race. So currently in that process right now, and it doesn't feel the greatest. So I'm going to talk to you guys about kind of why I'm feeling like that later during the tea talk, but we do have a run this morning. So gonna need to feed myself and hydrate before that, so let's go do that. As always, we got the tea. We got the sweet and spicy, and then we got the Japan mug, as always. And my stomach is growling right now. I am hungry, so, we got the dates. You already know what's up. Medjool dates from Costco. Solid as always. Do 3 total this morning. And a nice tea pour. Beautiful. There we go. All right. See y'all on the couch. Let's get into today's tea talk. So to kind of give you guys an understanding of what a taper is, I briefly explained it earlier, but it's essentially just cutting back and reducing your mileage and your intensity for the weeks leading up to a race. For me, it started at about 4 weeks, which seems like a lot. I'm using an AI running app called Runna to help me do this, but it's a pretty slow, gradual taper, and a half marathon isn't as volume intense as marathon training, so I can kind of understand why they're doing it. I still had a 12-mile long run last week, which was only 3 weeks out, but it basically helps your body get used to the fitness you've generated. So you've spent all this time building up your fitness, and then this last set of 2 to 4 weeks is essentially recovering and helping your body rest from all the fatigue you've built up from those peak training weeks, and let your body be primed and ready and as fresh as it's going to be on race day. So that's essentially what a taper is. And for a lot of people, especially including myself, I've noticed it's been about a week and a half since I started my taper. I feel kind of crappy. I feel tired. I feel fatigued. I feel sore. My body hurts. My joints hurt a lot. And I've definitely felt a little worried about this, just because I'm like, I should be the fittest I've been in my entire life, the fittest runner I've ever been. And it's kind of, it's a tough thing to think about, because you think you're super fit, you think you're ready for the race, and then these next few weeks, or at least the last week and a half for me, my body's just felt destroyed and fatigued. So I just have to remind myself that this process it's what it's going to feel like. I just had, the hardest, longest training weeks in terms of running that I've ever done. So my body is going to feel this way. And I just have to trust that the reduction in mileage and intensity over the next few weeks is going to allow me to be as fresh as possible on race day, which is April 26th, in 2.5 weeks. Now, like I said, my Runna app, who trains me, who coaches me, all my planning is on there. And if you guys wanted to know about my taper, my peak week was 40 miles with a 14-mile long run. And then last week was 38 miles with a 12-mile long run. Also some, fast, it was like 9 miles of speed in there. And then this week is 35 miles with a 10-mile long run, which is fully easy long run. And then 24 miles, which is next week, and that's the final full week. And then the last week is 22 miles, including the half marathon itself. So you guys can see that the mileage is getting constantly reduced week by week. And with that being said, there's still intensity in the runs. There's not as much volume of, speed, but there is still fast segments. Like I'm still running, sub 650 minute per mile pace in a lot of my like tempo runs or my interval runs. So you don't want to lose your speed, but it's okay to reduce that volume so you're not as fatigued on race day, but your legs, have that like that quick twitch that you've been used to. So you don't want to lose that part. And like I said, my peak week was 2 weeks ago at 40 miles, and I've started my taper, and I definitely am feeling fatigued and tired, and my joints are hurting. And yeah, it's a process where things are worse. They suck for a little bit. You don't feel like you have the fitness that you thought you did weeks ago, but it's just a process that you have to trust. You have to I have to know that my body is fit, and I'm just absorbing the fitness right now, and I'm allowing my body to rest and recover from all this fatigue to where I can be as fresh as possible on race day. So yeah, there are a lot of thoughts in my head that are going on about my, confidence going into this half marathon, and can I actually hit the paces that I want to. In some of my runs as of the last couple of weeks, I haven't been able to fully hit the exact paces that my app has asked me to. I've been in, the acceptable range that it has, but I haven't hit that exact pace or gone faster most times. And again, that's kind of a worrying feeling because I have been able to do that pretty much throughout the entire prep. But on this taper side of things, my body is just so destroyed from the mileage that I built up that, yeah, it can't completely handle what it's being told to do right now, which is a worrying thought. But I think I just have to let my body continue to recover, and just have to trust that the fitness that I've built up it's been pretty much 5 months. I started this the first week of November when I got back from Japan. So that is 3 entire months, or sorry, that is 5 entire months of building and building and building. And then the taper the last 4 weeks essentially of April before the race. So I trust in the training, trust in the process, trust in the taper. And yeah, we'll see what happens in a few weeks. So if any of you are kind of getting thoughts of and feelings in your taper of, am I overtraining? Did I overtrain? Did I mess up somewhere? Why do I feel so tired and fatigued? This is just all part of the taper process, the part of getting fitter. It's not just in running, it's in a lot of other areas of fitness, especially something like, bodybuilding or weightlifting that I also enjoy. You build up your strength for a few weeks, and then having a taper week or a deload week where you reduce the intensity, you reduce the weight, you reduce the mileage. That is actually the part where you're able to recover in order to become fitter. So it takes in, or the taper happens in like a lot of different forms in life, and it's not just running. It's in a lot of areas of fitness too. It's in, even if you could talk about something like, metaphorically, like mental health, where you're going really, really hard at life or at work or something, taking like a few days off, essentially, a vacation or something like that, it allows your body to recover and reset. And while you think like, oh, I'm just wasting my time, I'm on vacation, I'm not learning anything, I'm not growing, I'm not making money, etc., it allows your body to reset and recover. And yeah, I think once you get back into the grind, once you get back to work, once you get back to the gym, starting the higher weights, once you get back onto the road, the pavement, running those faster reps, when your body is fully rested and recovered, I think that's kind of a good way to think about it. You'll be fresher and more ready the next time you step in to that new thing, because you allowed yourself the time to, rest and recover, and prepare yourself for the event that you're doing. So yeah, that's kind of how I would intertwine it into things that aren't running per se. And kind of a final thought for you guys to take away, you should think of it as, I'm not out of shape. I'm just really, really tired from putting all this work in. And in a few weeks, that work is going to show up for itself in that big moment on race day, because I allowed myself to rest and recover for it. So don't be afraid to taper down before a race. Don't be afraid to allow yourself to reduce your mileage and your intensity. Of course, keeping speed in there a little bit, but allow yourself to take a step back and relax, and let the work you've made, the work you've generated, the work you've built, let it absorb into your body, and give yourself that time to slowly come off of it in order for you to perform your best in that one moment. So yeah, take with that what you will. Hopefully, if you guys are running a race anytime soon, you can use this information. Obviously, don't take everything I say as the full truth or anything like that. This is just my experience. But yeah, we're going to trust the taper. We're going to trust the process. And hopefully in 2.5 weeks time on race day, I'll be primed and ready to go, my best self. So we'll see. Oh yeah, it's tasting pretty good now. Okay, time to head out for our run. I made it to the spot. We got the Addy Zero. Damn, it's bright. Oh my God. I know I have sunglasses on my head, but I don't want to put them on right now. Anyways, we have the, whatever these things are called, on feet. Probably my favorite shoe of 2026. But don't go off my opinion, because I only have 2 different kinds of shoes. I guess 3 if you consider my race shoes, but I don't try a whole lot out. But that is to say, I still do really like these as like you can use them as a daily trainer for faster runs, slower runs. You could race in them, but I wouldn't. I can definitely feel the speed difference in the Adios Pro 4s. These are the ones I race in, and they have like a I forgot what their plate is. It's not a carbon plate, but it's some sort of technology that they have. But I definitely feel faster in those than any other shoe I've worn. So it does make a little bit of a difference, but if you're not super, hardcore about it, these are a great like everyday shoe that you can use for everything. If you don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on running shoes. But yeah, and then we got the CLA half tights on. We have a blue long sleeve from Lulu, and then a CLA hat, and then some Gooder sunglasses on for the fit today. This week has been so beautiful in terms of weather in Seattle. It's been sunny and pretty much in the low 60s every day. It's been glorious, to say the least. The cherry blossoms are out, the birds are chirping, vibes are high. It is starting to feel almost even like summer at this point. But yeah, I just got to count my blessings, because next week it'll probably be raining and crappy. But this week has been delightful. So it'll be a good run out today. And speaking of the run, our workout, I think it's called Over Unders 1K, and it is a 1.75 mile warm-up, and then we go into 3 rounds of 1K at 7 minutes a mile, 1K at 6:30 a mile. So it'll be 6K total, which is about, what is that, like 3.7, 3.8 miles, something like that. And then a little rest, and then another mile cool down, I think. So that's the workout today. Again, nothing I haven't seen before. It's pretty much 6K at 6:45 pace if you average it out. So that's actually kind of fast, but again, nothing I haven't done before. We'll see how it goes today. And yeah, let's get out there. Now, I don't feel too crappy today. My legs actually feel semi-fresh, but I can't let that fool me this morning because they felt like this on a few runs this last week, and they just get really tired throughout the run. So I'll take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Hopefully they stay fresh for today's run because it's a fast one. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, just wrapping up the warm-up. And oh, I don't want to take my sweatshirt off. Okay, see you guys on the run. All right, we made it out on the trail. Oh my God, it's so pretty out here. Oh, I miss the sun so much. I mean, there were a few sunny days in the winter time, of course, but when it's like warm weather, oh, it just hits different. Okay, doing our warm-up right now, and then maybe I'll film a few clips during the run, but no promises. I'll probably be locked in. But yeah, see you guys on the other side. Had to catch a clip of the canal. Oh my God, I've seen like 12 bird species. 12 bird species, you know how it is. We got boats boating out here. Look at these flowers, these cherry blossom trees. Oh, this is just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, time to lock in. Let's do it. Whew. All right. Oh, that's 6K done. Whew. That was tough. Nothing I haven't done before though. So, just got the cool down. See y'all back at the car. All right, we are finally out of the shoes. Oh, that feels so much better. And we are back at the car. Run is complete. Let's see what we got here. 6.49 miles, 51:38 total time, 7:57 average pace. It felt decent. It felt a little bit better than the last few days. My legs were still a little like heavy and lethargic, but it didn't feel like there was no sharp pains or joint pains at all, which I have been experiencing the last week and a half. So I think that's a good sign. I guess maybe the process, the taper is working, hopefully. But yeah, hit all the paces I needed to, and it was a hot one out today. I mean, I don't even think it's 50 degrees yet. Maybe it is, but this sun is absolutely toasting me right now. Should probably have some sunscreen on, but I have not sweat like that in probably 6 to 7 months, just because it's always been so cold. But no, that felt good to finish. And yeah, that wraps up today. We just have our 10-mile long run on Saturday, and then another easy run on Sunday to finish off this week. 35 miles total, and then after that it'll be 2 more weeks until race day. But if you guys have stuck to the end, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow my Strava down below in the description. And if you'd like a 2-week free trial of Runna, you can also find that in the description down below. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. If you're starting your taper, trust the process. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.